And the Indian Sports Network is on the air. Good evening, everybody. This is Kenny Masterson coming to you live from Clopton High School in Clarksville, Missouri. And tonight, excuse me, my voice decided to escape me there for a while. Most of my family would like that if that happened more often. Anyway, we are here at Clopton High School tonight for round one of the 24th annual, I believe it's 24th, yep, 24th annual Clopton tournament. This is Monday night. This is the girls' half of the tournament. And tonight our Lady Indians are going to be taking on the Lady Owls of Silex. And let's see. The Lady Indians are 3-5 so far this year. And the Lady Owls are 1-4. They are ranked, Elsberry's ranked number 3 in this tournament, and Silex is ranked number 6. That puts them at the complete bottom of the bracket, makes Elsberry the home team tonight, because they're at the top of this particular bracket. And we're playing in the old gym. This one thing nice about this Clopton tournament is they have 2 games going on at one time. So we don't have to start these games at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. There's 2 games each night in each gym. We got the 6 o'clock game tonight, and then at 7:20 tonight here in the old gym will be number 4 Mark Twain versus number 5 Wright City. Going on simultaneous with this tonight at 6 o'clock is the number 1 ranked Monroe City taking on the number 8 ranked Louisiana Bulldogs. And also at 7:20 will be the number 2 number 2 ranked Clopton Hawks versus the number 7 ranked Winfield Warriors. That's the games going on tonight, but the game we're going to see, the only game I'm covering, is Elsberry versus Silex. We'll see. I might be able to get another Silex game in here sometime later this week. I'm not really sure. It's just got to work out right with having to move the equipment back and forth between the 2 gyms and everything. I just may not have time to, if I got to get from one gym to another between games, there just may not be time. But anyway, let's go ahead and go over the rosters of tonight's game. And for the visiting Silex Lady Owls, we have number 1, Rita Thurman. Number 3, Julia Gradicke. Number 4, Chloe Kenyon. Number 5, Tori Mudd. Number 10, Taya Williams. Number 11, Maddie Hall. Number 13, Gwen Gilbert. Number 14, Casey Williams. Number 20, Kate Kinsey. Number 21, Krista Baker. Number 22, Taylor Howard. Number 3, Lexi Plakemeyer. Number 25, Sarah Gradicke. And number 34, Carson Harlan. That is the roster tonight for the Lady Owls of Silex. And now for your Elsberry Lady Indians. We have number 2, Tanisha Henderson, affectionately known as Tiny Henderson. Number 4, Peyton Robinson. Number 5, Addison Steele. Number 10, Candace Dow. Number 11, Neosha Henderson. Number 12, Kylie Kinsler. Number 14, Abby Jenkins. Number 15, Mackenzie Gladney. Number 20, Kelsey Flaster. Number 24, Lily Smith. Number 25, Samara Manuel. Number 31, Bella Mozzie. Number 32, Olivia Kinsler. Number 41, Alyssa Love. And number 43, Tyra Henderson. And as you can see, move the camera around here. We got the captains, the coaches, the referees. They're all standing here right in front of me. This gym is a cozy little place to be broadcasting from. I'm sitting here on a stage, and I'm about the 40-yard line, I guess, of if it was a football field. But I'm sitting right here that if the ball gets out of control, this equipment and me is liable to get smashed into. And I'll do everything I can to save myself and let the equipment go. So if I'm ducking and the equipment gets smashed, that's why. I value myself more than I value the equipment. But anyway, Showing 3 minutes and a little over half a minute, 3.5 minutes to go till the game starts. Let's go ahead and get a couple of commercials in here before we get going.
Since 1995, Heartland Restoration has specialized in all types of masonry repairs, concrete restoration, above and below grade waterproofing, snow removal, epoxy joint repair or replacement, and all types of floor coatings. Our mission is to serve you with over 35 years of experience, someone you can trust to do the job right the first time. If you have a project, big or small, please give us a call. Heartland Restoration, 314-993-6377.
Here at People's Bank and Trust, new technology improves our lives. We all know that. But when it comes to your money, wouldn't you just as soon deal with real people rather than recordings and electronics fingerprinting of the mega banks? We put technology to work so we can have more time for you. We're your community bank. People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Everybody knows that high school sports generate suspense, excitement, and drama.
They also generate higher grade point averages, stronger work habits, and greater self-esteem.
Everybody knows that high school sports give us more value for our entertainment dollar.
They also give us leaders committed to strengthening communities right here in Missouri. The true value of playing sports in school can't be measured in wins and losses or dollars and cents. Studies show that participation in sports, along with other extracurricular activities, is one of the best ways to teach leadership, cooperation, accountability, and other invaluable life skills. Don't just stand on the sidelines. Encourage the young people you know to get in the game. When you do, you'll be helping them get ahead in life. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Missouri State High School Activities Association and the Missouri Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association. These days, the concept of value matters more than ever, and you'd be hard-pressed to find a better value than high school sports. Extracurricular activities, including sports, make up about 2% of the budget for a typical Missouri high school. In return, participation in sports promotes citizenship and sportsmanship. Sports also instill a sense of community pride and teach lifelong lessons of cooperation and self-discipline. They encourage physical fitness. They produce community leaders. By offering so many benefits to the community for such a small percent of the school's overall budget, it's easy to see why high school sports are one of the best bargains around. The real cost would come from not having them at all. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Missouri State High School Activities Association and the Missouri Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
All right, we are back. We are ready to get some starting lineups for this game. And 8 minutes on the clock. Teams are both at their benches. Waiting on the PA system right now. And I'll be giving you the starting lineups as they are given out here on the court. As you can see, relatively sparse crowd tonight. Looks like it's about evenly matched between Elsberry and Silex. I don't know. Maybe we're not going to do starting lineups. Well, I'll just go ahead and give them as I see them. We got Tyra Henderson out there, Tanisha Henderson, Kylie Kinsler, Bella Mozzie, and Kelsey Flaster. Kelsey Flaster will be jumping. She's going to be jumping against Sarah Gradicke. Also starting for Silex is Maddie Hall, Lexi Plackmeyer. I'll get to the others here in a minute. And Silex takes control of the ball. Here, Lexi Plackmeyer gives it over to number 4. That's Chloe Kenyon. Got to learn these names here. They're keeping it on the outside. They get it into the middle to Plackmeyer, and rebound comes to Tyra Henderson. She brings it up the floor underneath to Kelsey Flaster, I believe that was. And Silex with the ball on the outside again. That is Rita Thurman with the ball now. Back to Lexi Plackmeyer. Get it back out on the point. And there was a bad pass. That pass was intended for Sarah Gradicke. And turnover is to Elsberry. Okay, my mistake. That ball is staying with Silex. They get the ball underneath to Lexi Plackmeyer, and she's in for 2 points. Okay, here's Tiny Henderson bringing it up the court. Over to Bella Mawsey. Back to Tyra Henderson. Cross court to Kylie Kinsler. And she drives the baseline and draws a foul. That foul is on the floor, though, so it is not going to be a shooting foul. That foul was on Sarah Gradicke. It's her first. There's Tyra Henderson with the ball. Gets it shot up, and the rebound goes over to Silex. Lexi Plackmeyer brings it down. Over to Thurman, back to Plackmeyer. Score is tied at 2. There's a three-point shot, no good. The foul on the rebound is on Bella Mawsey. It's her first. That was Julia Gradicke. Tried for the three-pointer, and Sarah Gradicke with the free throw attempt. First shot is no good. Bella Mawsey comes out. Who'd they put in? They put in Peyton Robinson. Second shot is up and no good. Rebound to Silex, and they put the ball up, and it's good. That was number 11, Maddie Hall, with 2 points. Scores 4-2, Silex. Kelsey Flaster with a little bit of trouble holding on to it. Get the ball in deep to Peyton Robinson, and that ball was knocked away by Silex. No foul on the play, though. But it is out of bounds to Elsberry. There's Tyra Henderson with the three-point shot. No good. Right underneath to Kylie Kinsler. 2 points. That ties the score at 4, and turnover against Silex, and Tiny Henderson comes up with it. Gets the ball in deep to Kylie Kinsler again, and 2 more points. Full court press. Full court press for Silex, and Lexi Plackmeyer was called for the travel. Okay, they get the ball into Tiny Henderson. She brings it across the timeline. Peyton Robinson out on the corner. Back over to Tiny. She kind of slows things down a little bit, just sort of looking things over and see where she's got a player. There's Kylie Kinsler underneath, and it goes in. That's 6 points early on for Kylie Kinsler. Ball almost stolen away by Elsberry. Not quite, though. Now, Peyton Robinson does steal that pass. and she throws it away. The pass was behind Tiny Henderson. Kelsey Flaster comes out, and Mackenzie Gladney comes in. Score is 8-4 Elsberry with 4 minutes and 40 seconds to go in the first quarter. 3-point attempt, no good, and rebound for Tyra Henderson. And that pass was thrown away. It was ahead of Peyton Robinson. Fast break attempt there did not work. That pass stolen right out of the air by Gladney. And here's Tyra Henderson bringing it up the court. Gets it over to her sister, Tiny. Here's Kylie Kinsler out on the corner. They pass it around the perimeter and then slow it down a little bit. Looking for a play here. There's Tyra, takes it to the baseline net. Misses her shot. And Silex bringing it up the court. And that was Maddie Hall tried to take it in. And the shot was blocked. Kylie Kinsler's coming out, and Candace Dowell's going in. Ball's in deep to Rita Thurman. She tried for a shot, couldn't get it up, and it was blocked. Now Sarah Gradicke has it out of bounds. Right underneath to Lexi Plackmeyer, and she's in for 2 points. Peyton Robinson puts it back out onto the point for Tiny Henderson. I wish my camera went out just a little bit wider. Candace Dowell onto the point now. There's Tiny over on the point, or I mean on the corner. Ball knocked away, and it looked like nobody wanted it. All the players just standing there watching it. There's Dow. She looked at a three-pointer, changed her mind, and now she's covered too much. And there's a 15-footer for Tiny Henderson, and she has it in there. 10-6 is the score. Tries to drive through and couldn't get past, and we have a jump ball. And on alternating possessions, I have no idea who that's going to. They don't have that on the scoreboard. Well, it goes to Elsberry. Maybe it's on this other scoreboard. I wasn't looking. Nope. All right. There's Tiny again for 3 attempt, and Tyra Henderson tried to save it from going out of bounds, and it went out anyway, so turnover to Silex. There's Tyra Henderson coming out, and Kylie Kinsler coming back in. Elsberry's doing Coke Dowell's doing a good job of keeping the players rested. She has a nice deep bench here. And once again, Kylie Kinsler doing what she does best, and that's break up a pass. And the shot was no good, and a foul called on one of the Silex players. I'm not sure which one it was. Oh, it was Sarah Gradicke. That's her second. And there's Tiny Henderson. Tried to drive in. Wasn't there, but Peyton Robinson picked it up and put it in. That's her first 2 points of the night. 1.5 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Score is 12-6. Blocked out of the air. And Candace Dowell blocked that one out of the air, but Silex seems to be keeping it. Now here's Tiny Henderson with the ball. They broke up the passes. Kylie Kinsler tried to go in for a shot on the baseline and couldn't get it. And that foul, I believe, is going to be on Tiny Henderson. And that's her first. Very little extra room here on this court for out of bounds. They throw it in. They're right up against the wall. And there's the Kylie Kinsler again breaking up that pass. I don't think I've ever seen anybody that can break up passes better than Kylie Kinsler. She is the scourge of passers. She could be a free safety on a football team. Three-point attempt, partially blocked. Rebounded by Silex. They pick it up, and now it's rebounded by Peyton Robinson, and she brings it up the court. Gives it over to Candace Dowell out on the point. There's Bella Mossy driving in on the lane, and she has 2 points. Long pass down the court for Silex, and it wasn't there. So at the end of the first quarter, the score is Elsberry 14, Silex 6.
Are you familiar with or have you experienced water damage in your business or home? Even if the damage is small, repairs can be very costly, not to mention the unpleasant sight and smell of the damaged area. It's okay. Heartland Restoration is here to help. Give us a chance on your next project. Call 314-993-6377 today.
Ever wonder where your hard-earned money goes when you deposit it? It stays here, at home, to help make living here what we've all come to expect. We've got everything the mega banks do, but we've made a commitment to our community. So when you're looking for the right bank, see People's Bank and Trust, Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
All right, as we get ready for this second quarter, so far, there's only been 2 team fouls on either team. Sarah Gradicke has both of them for Silex. Tanisha Henderson has 1, and Bella Mossy has 1. Leading in this game is Kylie Kinsler with 6 points, Tiny Henderson with 2, Peyton Robinson with 2, and Bella Mossy with 2, and Kelsey Flaster with 2. So Silex takes over possession here in this second half of the first half. I guess that'd be one way to be saying it, just to confuse everybody. Get the ball in deep to Silex, and there's 2 points for Maddie Hall. And I was looking down at the score sheet, didn't see what happened, but it was a turnover against Elsberry. And so Silex's ball underneath their basket. There's a 3-point attempt. No good. And went behind it as Gwen Gilbert with a 3-point attempt. No good. And it went out of bounds, and it's Elsberry's ball. Maybe they can get it up the court this time. Oh, and a quick foul there called on Rita Thurman. So that's 3 team fouls now on Silex. That was a very light foul, you might say. All right, so Candace Dowell again. Gets it over to Bella Mossy. She started to drive up. Here's a 3-point attempt by Dowell, and it's good. 3 more points for Elsberry, 17-8. That's Dowell's first three-pointer of the night. That's her first 3 points. Three-point attempt for Silex, and no good. And Kinsler up with the rebound, gets it to Dowell, and she brings it up the court. Gets it across the line and then slows it down. Bella Mozzie over here on the near side. And she went to drive it up the free throw lane and not there. Kelsey Flaster has a three-point attempt. No good, and the rebound is to Silex. That is to Gwen Gilbert with the rebound. And Silex has it down on the baseline. And it's again Gwen Gilbert with the ball out on the point. Way over to the far corner, and the pass was over their head and into the crowd. So turnover to Elsberry. 6:11 to go in the first half. And Elsberry with the ball. Candace Dowell bringing it up. We have two of the three Hendersons in right now. Candace. Foul called on Chloe Kenyon. That's her first. That's a fourth team foul for Silex for Elsberry right now. There's a long two-point shot for Tyra Henderson. And the rebound was to Silex. And that ball was slapped in the air, but it went off of Silex, so it stays with Elsberry. So Tyra Henderson to throw it in, gets it into Flaster again. And that time the pass didn't work, and it's a turnover to Silex. Score of 17-8, 5:45 remaining in the first half. And there's Chloe Kenyon bringing it up the court. Ball stolen by Kelsey Flaster, and she takes it in, and she is fouled. Shot was no good, but she does draw the foul. And that foul is on Lexi Plakemeyer. That's her first. That puts Kelsey Flaster at the line for two shots. And the first shot is no good. Peyton Robinson comes in, and Candace Dowell is going out. Kelsey Flaster with her second shot. And it bounces out. It bounced around all over the place and bounced out. All right, so Silex is bringing it up slow. That's Lexi Plakemeyer. She's their main ball handler, I'd say. They had it in deep, and Tiny Henderson stole that right out of the air, gets it over to Kinsler. She missed the layup, but they got it to Peyton Robinson, and she couldn't get it from underneath. But Tyra Henderson came up with that rebound. I hate to see him miss those shots from right underneath. But Tyra Henderson came up with the rebound, and now Tiny Henderson has it out on the point. So they keep passing it around on the outside. There's a shot from the free throw line for Tiny, and it missed everything, and out of bounds to Silex. 17-8, 4.5 minutes in the first half. Silex gets it in deep, but it is broken up by Kelsey Flaster, and guess who came up with it? Kylie Kinsler. Who else? They get it in deep to Tyra Henderson. She takes about a 5-foot shot, but it's blocked. And Silex comes up with the rebound. Pretty good scrum under there, but Silex had it. And timeout Silex. Full timeout. Let's take a break.
You know, the people pulling the strings are usually hard to reach in today's mega bank world, but here at People's Bank and Trust, you deal with the decision maker. At our community bank, which is what good banking relationships are all about, we all live and work right here. With us, you pull the strings. We're People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Tonight's game is not only a competitive contest between these two schools, but it's also an educational experience for the students involved. Because high school activities are about learning life values, your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association remind everyone to do their part in keeping our hometown sports a positive experience for everyone. When you attend your next game, do your part to help rekindle the spirit of citizenship by showing good sportsmanship. You'll be teaching a positive lesson, and you'll be preserving a proud tradition in the state of Missouri.
All right, we are ready to go back. 3 minutes, 49 seconds remaining in this first half. And the ball belongs to Silex. And they get it in down on the baseline, get it back out to the corner. There's a quick shot up and no good. And that foul is going to be on Tanisha Henderson. That's her second of the game. That puts Lexi Plackmeyer on the line. And first free throw is good. She's leading Silex tonight with 5 points. Second free throw is good. That's 6 points for her tonight. Score is 17-10. Candace Dowell's bringing it up the court. Kylie Kinsler with that miss from right underneath. I wonder if I've said it a million times. You can't miss from underneath like that. Candace Dowell with a three-pointer. No good. Rebound over to Silex. And they bring it up the court. Lexi Plackmeyer. They get it in deep to Plackmeyer, and she could not get the shot away. It was partially blocked, I believe, by Gladney. So Silex with the ball underneath, and the ball stolen by who else? Kylie Kinsler. I got to start steals. Tyra Henderson tried to drive the baseline, but it wasn't there, so she brings it back out, or gives it to Dowell, who brings it back out. Risky pass there underneath, and it went over to Silex. And foul called there on Peyton Robinson. That's her first for the night. Fairly low fouling game here. 5 for Silex and 4 for Elsberry. And that pass was out of the reach of Silex. Turns over to Elsberry. Kinsler throws it into Dowell. Peyton Robinson with the ball underneath, and Tyra Henderson with 2 points. That's her first 2 points of the night. She didn't miss from underneath. I knew she wouldn't disappoint me. And once again, Kylie Kinsler with the steal. Over to Dowell. She puts it up And it bounces out. So Lexi Plackmeyer brings it up. Gets the ball in deep. That was Kate Kinsey for her first 2 points of the night. 19-12. Dowell with the ball. Less than a minute and a half to go in the first half. And a reach-in foul on. And Tyra Henderson with the ball underneath. Is on number 5, Tori Mudd. That's her first. So Tyra Henderson on the line. First shot is no good. Second shot is no good. Peyton Robinson tried to get that rebound, but it was taken away by Silex. There's a long three-pointer, no good. And rebound off the hands of Peyton Robinson, but she stood there and let him. She drew a charging foul. It was on number 23, Lexi Plackmeyer, and that's her second. So Dow brings it up the court. Less than a minute to go in the first half. Tyra Henderson puts it up. She puts it up for a long two-pointer, no good. And a shot from underneath was no ball. Half a minute to go. Right underneath, they didn't miss. Dow bringing it up the court, gets it over to Peyton Robinson. She was on Tori Mudd. It's her second. So Tyra Henderson on the line with 2 shots. First shot is good. Makes the score 20-14 with 1.5 seconds to go. Second one is good. And that is the end of the first half. Looks like I forgot to change the numbers on the quarter. I think I'll do that now. Change that to a half. So anyway, 21-14 is the score at the end of the first half. And they start a 10-minute in that first half. We have Tanisha Henderson with 2 points and 2 fouls. Peyton Robinson with 2 points and 1 foul. Candace Dowell with 1 3-point shot. Kylie Kinsler with 3 field goals for 6 points. Kelsey Flaster has 2 points, 1 field goal, and she missed 2 free throws, 2 out of 2. And Bella Mozzie has 2 points, and Tyra Henderson has she has 4 points, 1 field goal, and 2 free throws. She's 2 of 4 from the line. And for Silex, we have Maddie Hall with 6 points, Kate Kinsey with 2 points, Lexi Plackmeyer with 6 points. She has 2 free throws, and she missed a free throw. So only 3 players for Silex scoring in that first half. They do have 4 players with 2 fouls. Rita Thurman has 1 foul. Chloe Kenyon has 2 fouls. Tori Mudd has 2 fouls. Lexi Plackmeyer has 2 fouls. And Sarah Gradicke has 2 fouls. So, let's go ahead and listen to a few commercials here at halftime. And we will be back for the second half of this ballgame.
People's Bank and Trust knows that every minute of your day counts, so it's good to have a few time savers on your side. Take internet banking, for example. It allows you to bank from home rather than having to make an extra trip to the bank just to check your balance, transfer funds, or view recent transactions. You can even pay your bills online, eliminating a trip to the post office for stamps. Best of all, People's Bank and Trust offers all of this free of charge. Visit us online at www.pbtc.net and sign up today. Just another example of hometown banking the way it should be. People's Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Fans, when you attend a high school game, do you stand at attention during the national anthem? Do you cheer a good play by the opposing team? If your team loses, do you take it well in stride? If you have answered yes to any of those questions, you are showing positive examples of sportsmanship. Don't forget that when you attend high school events, young eyes are watching you for examples of acceptable behavior. By making a conscientious effort, you'll be helping our students grow into better citizens. This message has been brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and this local radio station.
Hey, hon, what are you doing up so early?
Oh, I'm just getting ready to take care of some stuff with the bank.
The bank? I surely hope you're going to get dressed first. You'd get some pretty weird luck showing up in your robe and fuzzy slippers.
I'm not going to the bank. I'm doing it all right here from home using People's Bank and Trust online banking and bill pay service. I could check our account balances, transfer money, make a loan payment, and even pay bills, all from the comfort of my pajamas. Best of all, it's free.
Bank in your pajamas. Now, if we could only get the grocery store to deliver.
Start banking online today by visiting us online at www.pbtc.net. People's Bank and Trust. Hometown banking the way it should be. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
The score of any athletic event is generally forgotten over time, but the actions of players, coaches, and spectators leave lasting impressions. The next time you attend a high school game, think of how history will remember you. Choose good sportsmanship and help rekindle the spirit of citizenship. Remember, the lessons you teach today will help develop better citizens in our communities for tomorrow. This message has been brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and this local radio station.
You're listening to the Indian Sports Network, courtesy of the Elsberry Democrat. Log on to www.elsberrydemocrat.com today.
Tonight's game is not only a competitive contest between these two schools, but it's also an educational experience for the students involved. Because high school activities are about learning life values, your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association remind everyone to sportsmanship by showing good sportsmanship. You'll be teaching a positive lesson, and you'll be preserving a proud tradition in the state of Missouri.
People's Bank and Trust invites effort and time in to perfect their skills, and they are ready to play. Support the community schools and students by cheering them on to a great season of games. People's Bank and Trust.
How hard these men and women work, and you certainly know respecting officials and authority figures is one of the most valuable lessons that we could teach our students. This message has been brought to you by your friends at this local radio.
It's really hard to reach in today's mega bank world, but here at People's Bank and Trust, you deal with the decision maker at our community bank, which is Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Pharmacy is meant to be. We take the time to know you and your healthcare needs. Most prescriptions are filled in 15 minutes or less, and we offer free local delivery. Locally owned and operated, and proud to be your local independent pharmacies in Elsberry and Troy. Visit us online at medicineshoprx.com. Numerous provocation synchronization program where we fill your prescriptions at the same time each month. We also offer our medication adherence program to help you remember to take your medications on time as prescribed by your doctor. Owned and operated, and proud to be your local independent pharmacy. Better service, better value, and better health care to our friends in our communities. We want to say thank you for your support, and we're proud to be your local independent pharmacy.
Rather than recordings and electronics fingerprinting of the mega banks, we put technology to work so we can have more time for you. We're your right here at home. Equal housing lender.
Everybody knows that high school sports generate suspense, excitement, and drama.
They also generate higher grade point averages, stronger work habits. They also give us leaders committed to strengthening communities right here in Missouri. The true value of playing sports in school can't be measured in wins and losses or dollars and cents.
All right, this signal just keeps going away tonight. But anyway, score is now 24-14. Bella Mosby has the ball. Gets it over to Tyra Henderson. She gets it back to Tiny. And Kelsey Flaster with it now. Gets it into Tyra, back out to Bella. Gets it into Tyra Henderson, and she misses from underneath. And not only missed from underneath, she not draw a foul, she committed a foul. That's her first for the night. And there's right underneath to Maddie Hall for another 2 points. Score is 24-16. Pass almost broken up. Bella Mosby tried to drive in and wasn't there. Kylie Kinzer saved that from going out of bounds. Elsberry not looking all that great coming out this second half. And that was, Bella Mosby tried to bounce pass. The ball was kicked by Sarah Gradicke. So Elsberry takes it out of bounds. 5.5 minutes remaining in the third quarter. All right, and Tiny has it out on the point. Peyton Robinson gets it into Tyra Henderson, back out to Tiny. She drives and draws a foul. Chloe Kenyon, that's her third for the night. All right, the ball's into Tiny Henderson now. Yep, bad pass there from Lexi Plackmeyer. Thought her player was going to be right there, and she wasn't. So turnover to Elsberry. Three-point shot there for Peyton Robinson. Shot was no good, went out of bounds, and goes over to Silex. Pass broken up, and Kylie Kinzer comes up with it. She didn't break it up, but she came up with it. She's always involved in breaking up passes. Peyton Robinson underneath, and she draws a foul. That foul is on 23, Lexi Plackmeyer, and that's her third foul for the night. So Silex has two players with 3 fouls. Get the ball into Dowell. She gets it farther into Tyra. No good, but she does draw the foul. And that foul is on Maddie Hall. That's her first. So Tyra Henderson on the line for 2 shots. First shot is good. .412 remaining in the third quarter, 25-16. Second shot is good. Silex with a long pass, and could have been a couple of fouls there. Neither one of them was called. And the ball is out of bounds off of White, stays with Silex. Gets the ball into Sarah Gradicke. She drives in, and the shot is not there. And Tyra Henderson blocked that next shot. And Dowell was in the middle of that scrum. See who it's going to stay with Silex, I believe. Silex gives it right to Kylie Kinsler. She takes it up and no good from right underneath. And fighting for the ball underneath, and it goes off of Silex, stays with Elsberry. All right, Tiny Henderson with the ball out in the corner. Dow with it, drives in. Gladney tried to shoot from underneath, and the shot was blocked. So Lexi Plackmeyer brings it up. Gets it across the line. A little over 3 minutes remaining. And Peyton Robinson broke up that pass. Silex has the ball out of bounds. 26-16, 3 minutes even, remaining in the third quarter. And I believe they called a foul there. They called a foul on Sarah Gradicke, and that's 30 on her. So Silex with 3 players with 3 fouls. That's 4 team fouls for Silex in this half. 1 for Elsberry. Peyton Robinson with the ball. Gets it to Tiny Henderson, and she didn't miss from underneath. So Silex with the ball up the court. There's Maddie Hall with it, gets it over. They're having trouble getting it in, or just looking for the right play to get it in. Finally get it in. Finally get it into Sarah Gradicke. She put it up, and a foul is called on Mackenzie Gladney. That's her first. See, that foul was on the floor, so Silex has it out of bounds. Ball pushed way out. Now at the free throw line is Lexi Plackmeyer. Drives the baseline, does Sarah Gradicke, and her shot goes in, and she draws a foul. That foul was on Mackenzie Gladney, so 2 quick fouls on her. Once again, it was, okay, the point wasn't any good. I thought he said the points were good. Huh. Well, I would have said they were good. Dow looking at a three-pointer, gives it into Peyton Robinson. She puts it up, and the shot is blocked, but they are calling a foul on 25, Sarah Gradicke. And that is her 4th foul. 1:47 remaining in the third quarter, and Sarah Gradicke, their player with the most height, has 4 fouls. Puts Peyton Robinson on the line with 2 shots. First shot is good. Makes the score 29-16. Second shot is good. 30-16. Lexi Plackmeyer brings it up the court. Candace Dow broke that up. From right underneath, there was Abby Jenkins for two. 32-16. Little over a minute to go in the third quarter. There's a three-point attempt, and it's good. That's number 4, Chloe Kenyon. Her first points for tonight, three-pointer. Less than a minute to go in the third quarter, 32-19. Candace Dow brings it up the court. Gets across the line, gets it over to Jenkins. They got the ball in deep to Candace Dow. She couldn't get the shot to drop, but she did draw the foul. See who that foul was on. The foul was on Chloe Kenyon. It's fourth. First shot is no good. Second shot is good. .45 seconds to go in the third quarter, and Silex brings it up the court. Gets the ball in deep, no good, and Peyton Robinson with the rebound. She brings it down the court. Looked up court, but there was didn't like what she saw. So Abby Jenkins back out to the point. Candace Dow gets it in deep to Peyton Robinson, and as she caught the pass, she was walking. In the third quarter. Peyton Robinson broke that pass up. 1.7 seconds to go, and Silex has the ball out of bounds on the corner. Get the ball in, looked at it, and that shot is not going to be any good. So at the end of 3, we have a score of Elsberry 33, Silex 19. Take a quick break.
Valuable life skills. Don't just stand on the sidelines. Encourage the young people you know to get in the game. When you do, you will be helping them get ahead in life. The Missouri Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association. These days, the concept activities, including sports, make up about 2% of the budget for a typical Missouri high school. In return, participation in sports promotes citizenship and operation and self-discipline. They encourage physical fitness. They produce community leaders. By offering so many benefits to the community for such a small...
So good. Silex with the rebound. And a little bit of trouble getting it back out. They finally do. Get it out to Plackmeyer, and there's another three-point. No good. Silex with the rebound. Puts it up. That's Rita Thurman. That's her first 2 points of the night. Makes the score 33-21. Tiny Henderson brings it up. Gets it into Kylie Kinsler, and she takes it around. Back out to Jenkins. All right, that play didn't work, so they're going to try another one. Bella Mosby with the steal, and it's stolen back away from her, and we're going to have it over to Elsberry for the rebound, and Drew. It is. And with that being 17 fouls, then that puts Bella Mosby on the line for a 1-and-1. Is up and good. Second shot is no good off the front of the rim. And Lexi Plackmeyer brings it up. She's playing with 3 fouls herself. And there is 2 points by Sarah Gradicke. And she draws a foul on Bella Mozzie. That's her second for the night. Free throw is up and good. Tiny Henderson brings it up the court now. 5 3/4 minutes to go. And apparently it went off of green somewhere along the line. So Kelsey Flaster throws it in to Kinsler. She gets it out there to Tiny Henderson. She takes it out to the point to set up a play. 38-24. 3-point shot for Kelsey Flaster, and she gets her own rebound. The shot was no good. It almost went in. Another 3-point attempt for Kelsey Flaster. No good. Kylie Kinsler up with the rebound, and she gets a foul. So Silex definitely in foul trouble. That puts Kylie Kinsler on the line. Her first trip there tonight. And shot is good. Elsberry 40-24. All right, back out to on the high post, very high post, is Lexi Plackmeyer. And she goes to drive it in herself, and it's broken up by Tyra Henderson. And she just keeps it herself and is going to take it up the court. Gets it over to Kelsey Flaster, down to Tiny Henderson. Up. And I guess they didn't call any fouls at all there. Just won 2 more points for her. Over to Silex. And timeout called by Silex.
Are you familiar with or have you experienced water damage in your business or home? Even if the damage is small, repairs can be very costly, not to mention the unpleasant sight and smell of the damaged area. It's okay. Heartland Restoration is here to help. Give us a chance on your next project. Call 314-993-6377 today.
Ever wonder where your hard-earned money goes when you deposit it? See People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing.
And Silex 20 by Elsberry. And here's Tyra Henderson bringing the ball up the court. Draw the foul. Peyton Robinson been at the line once tonight. She hit first free throw, is no good off the front of the rim. .26. Silex with the ball. Rita Thurman bringing it up the court. Get the ball in deep to Lexi Plackmeyer. She puts it up. She draws the foul, but her shot was on Peyton Robinson. That's her second. Puts Lexi Plackmeyer to the line with 2 shots. No good, and Kelsey Flaster with that rebound. So the ball's turned. Lexi Plackmeyer up wins 2 more points for her. 10-foot shot for her. And that foul is on Kate Kinsey. It's her first. Kelsey Flaster. .41-29 is the score. Elsberry over Silex. Silex with the ball out of bounds. They, let's see what they called there. That foul was on Tyra Henderson. That's her second foul. And that puts Sarah Gradicke on the line for 2 shots. First shot is up and good. Second shot is good. 2:35 remaining, and Silex puts on a press. 10-point lead for Elsberry. Pass was ahead to Tiny Henderson, and she walked with it before she put the ball down. Silex with the ball, brings it up fast. See what they call here. All right. There's a foul on Tanisha Henderson. That's her third for the night. That puts Maddie Hall on the line. It's her first trip to the line tonight. First shot is no good. Second shot is good. Full court press put on by Silex. Tanisha Henderson, she defeated that, took it the length of the court for 2 points. 43-32. And there's Kylie Kinsler with the rebound, and she is tripped up. And that's out of bounds off of Silex. So here's Tiny with the ball knocked away from her. Silex got it and ball, but the ball is over to Silex on alternating possessions. 1:56 remaining. Shot is no good, but she draws a foul, and that foul is on Tyra Henderson. That's her third foul of the night. So that puts Lexi Plackmeyer to the line. She's playing with 4 fouls herself. Shot is up and good. She is 4 for 5 from the line tonight. And that shot was no good. Silex puts it up again, and no good, and Peyton Robinson up with that rebound. There's a shot for Tyra Henderson, and their coach is 2 remaining in the fourth quarter. Score is 43-33, Elsberry over Silex. Silex has taken advantage of it. They're back to within 10 points. They were just seemingly a little bit too far down. So it's going to be Silex's ball here on a sideline. They get the ball in, and Rita Thurman with it. And Lexi Plack. And very sloppy play right there. Ball goes out of bounds over to Silex. Elsberry with an 8-point lead, and Silex with the ball. That pass up. Gets it to Candace Dowell, and she brings it up the court. Hangs on to it. Less than a minute to go. Tyra Henderson drove the baseline. Couldn't get the shot to go, but Kinsler right in there fighting for the ball like she always does, and draws the jump ball. Now we are Elsberry, 43-35. One Silex player is already fouled out. That's Chloe Kenyon. They have 2 other players, Lexi Plackmeyer and Sarah Gradicke. They both have 4 fouls each. And Lexi Plackmeyer is their main ball handler. She's got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. She's got 12 points. Maddie Hall has 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 points. So that's their main point scorer. Sarah Gradicke has 4 points. And, 4 fouls, and she has 7 points. So it's Elsberry's ball. Tyra Henderson has it out of bounds. 48.5 seconds to go. She gets it in to Dowell. She gets it into Dowell, and she draws a foul. And that foul is on 11. Maddie Hall, that's her second. So Candace Dowell at the line for she's at the line for 2 shots. First shot rolls in. She is 2 for 3 from the line tonight. Mackenzie Gladney back in the game. Second shot bounces off the front of the rim. Tyra Henderson gets the ball in deep to Mackenzie Gladney, and she puts it up for 2 points and draws the foul. That foul was on number 23, Lexi Plackmeyer, and that is her 5th. Not much time left in the game, but that's a huge loss for Silex. 46-35 is the score, 11-point lead for Elsberry. Mackenzie Gladney at the line, and first shot is no good. Or that's her only shot. That's right. She made the field goal. 32.6 seconds. And there's another foul on Tyra Henderson. That's her 4th. That puts Maddie Hall on the line for free throws. First shot is good. (46-36). Candace Dowell has the ball, going to bring it up the court. She gets it across the timeline. Just dribble. That is Taylor Howard. That's her first. Puts Dowell back at the line. And she misses to the left side. Peyton Robinson out of the game. Mackenzie Gladney. And that shot is good for Dowell. She's 3 of 4 from the line. 4 of 5. For Silex, no good. Dowell up with the rebound. And with 11.5 seconds left, Dowell is fouled again. Number 13, Gwen Gilbert with that foul. It's her first for the night. It puts Dowell back on the line again for another 2 shots. First one is good. Second one is good. Shot is up, no good. And there's a scrum for the ball underneath. 1.5 seconds to go. And it's a jump ball. Goes out of bounds to Silex. 3-point shot, no good. And that is the end of the ball game. Final score, 49-36. So, let's take a real quick break here.
You know, the people pulling the strings are usually hard to reach in today's mega bank world, but here at People's Bank and Trust, you deal with the decision maker. At our community bank, which is what good banking relationships are all about, we all live and work right here. With us, you pull the strings. We're People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
All right, we are back. And like I said, that's the end of the ball game. Final score 49-36. Elsberry over Silex. And go over a little bit of the scoring for you here. The Tanisha Henderson ended the game with 3 fouls and 6 points. Peyton Robinson ended the game with 2 fouls and 5 points. Candace Dow had a 3-pointer and 5 free throws for 8 points. Kylie Kinsler had 10 points, no fouls. Abby Jenkins had 2 points. Mackenzie Gladney had 2 fouls and 2 points. Kelsey Flaster had a 3-pointer and a field goal for 5 points, 1 foul. Bella Mawsey had 5 points and 2 fouls. And Tyra Henderson had 4 fouls tonight and 6 points. So leading scorer here tonight was Kylie Kinsler with 10 points, followed by Candace Dow with 8 points. For Silex, have to add these up here. Rita Thurman had 2 points and 1 foul. Chloe Kenyon had 3 points and 5 fouls. She fouled out early in the game. Tori Mudd had 2 fouls. Maddie Hall had 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12. She had 13 points in this game. Gwen Gilbert, 1 foul. Kate Kinsey with 1 foul. No fouls. That was a mistake on my part. And 2 points. Lexi Plaquemire fouled out of the game with 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 points. And Sarah Gradicke had 4 fouls and points. And followed by Lexi Plaquemire with 12 points. All right. That puts Elsberry on the winning side. Silex goes over to the losing side of the bracket. And that's going to put Elsberry against the winner of the Clopton-Winfield game, which is going to be played next in the high school gym. The game coming up in this gym right now is going to be Mark Twain versus Wright City. That's on the top half of the entire bracket. The winner, Elsberry goes to the winning side. So their next game will be at 7:20 Wednesday night. And I will be here for that game. But tomorrow night I'm going to be here at 6 o'clock. I'll be in the high school gym, the new gym. I'll be there for the Monroe City Elsberry game. That's at 6 o'clock Tuesday night. And then depending on the outcome of that game, it'll either be 6 o'clock or, well, it'll no matter what, the game will be 6 o'clock. It just depends on which gym I'll be in, whether I'll be in the new gym or the old gym. If Elsberry wins the game, then we'll be in the new gym. If they lose the game, we'll be in the old gym. But either way, tomorrow night or Thursday night, the game will be at 6 o'clock. And so, like I said, tomorrow night I'll be back here for the boys' game at 6 o'clock. And then Wednesday night, we'll be right here, only in the new gym, where Elsberry takes on the winner of the Clopton-Winfield game coming up. So, let's see, that tonight's action takes the Silex Lady Owls to 1-5, and the Elsberry Lady Indians will go to 4-5 on the season. They played, I thought, better in the first half than they did in the second half. But the main thing is that they played well enough to win the game. So, anyway, I'm going to go ahead and close it out here, get this stuff out of here, move some of this stuff over to the new gym for tomorrow night. And we will be here tomorrow night for the boys' game, Wednesday night for the girls' game. And until then, this is Kenny Mass.